Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a 2024 Chevy Silverado High Country. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Chevy here in Salt Lake City, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have the 6.6 liter Duramax diesel, which is a turbo diesel V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are now 470 horsepower and then 975 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see the chrome here with the venting, and then if we go to the side, we've got our Allison transmission / Duramax badge. And then down below, we've got these really cool looking headlights. Notice how it's kind of blacked out right there. More chrome here with the grille. Got the Chevy bow tie camera below that. Tow hooks here at the bottom with parking sensors, and we got fog lights on either side. And putting it all together, it has a really cool luxury truck appearance, but it also looks rugged. And speaking of rugged, look at this tire and wheel setup. 275, 65, 20 in the front and over in the rear. So we've got, again, chrome wheels, but these are all-terrain tires. I think that Chevy is doing the people justice by offering these from the factory. And then you guys can see we've got the off-road shocks. Pretty cool looking fender flares here. High Country badge on the side, notice chrome on the mirrors, and then more chrome trim here at the bottom as well. And then we've got the side step here. And then here is your full side view. And again, the contrast between the chrome and the gray on this looks good. Now here's a quick look at the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function. We got the tailgate drop down, remote start, and then the Chevy bow tie in the back. And popping into the bed area, you guys can see we've got some LED bed light action here. We also have a power outlet. And then you have that handle here. That's to help out with getting in because this one has the multi-flex tailgate, which is a really cool feature. It's a step. It does have a 375 pound weight limit though, and then putting it back up is actually easy. So first off, just click that into place. You can do this all with one hand, by the way, and then just lift it all up in one motion and just lock it in. Pretty cool looking taillights here. You can see the bumper step down below, parking sensors at the bottom as well. And wrapping things up, let me guys think about the looks here with this High Country. Now take a look at the door panel. You can see soft touch here at the top. Look at the stitching that goes across. We've got the wood trim here as well, and then plenty of storage down below. And then here are the seats. You can see perforated all down the center portion. And then you got behind the seat storage, which is really good. And then we have some under seat storage as well. Legroom back here is really good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got some cup holders. We have heated seats in the back, vents, USBs, and headroom. It's good. Now take a look at the front door panel again, soft touch here, and then you can see padding down below. And look at the wood trim. All of our controls for the memory seats. We've got our window controls. Front two are automatic. Mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in and they extend out as well. And then they also have blind spot monitoring. And while we're over here, 3,650 pounds of payload capacity, and then towing is 20,000. High Country there in the headrest, and then you guys can see perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments here on the side. We've got a parking brake here, heads-up display control, and then you can see the drive line select. Notice we have 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and then your drive mode select with your tow haul mode. Light controls right here as well. Now take a look at the steering wheel, soft touch all around. You've got contrasted stitching there on the center. Radio controls on the back. We also have controls for the center stack, voice command controls. We've got adaptive cruise control as well. And you guys can see the stock here on the back for the turn signal / windshield wiper. And then we of course have the column shifter plus and minus, so you can shift the gears yourself. Now I've got this full digital gauge cluster here in the center. First off, got the drive mode select there. So that's always fun. And then you can see different bits of information there in the center with the screen as well. And I think the overall resolution with it looks great. Now in reverse, you guys can see we've got a backup camera here, and we can turn on the lines if you want lines. But yeah, we've got this 360 camera system here with the High Country. Really cool, so it shows all the different viewpoints with the truck, and it's got good resolution as well. Now here's the rest of the infotainment system. First off, you guys can see response time with the screen is really solid. You got that little auxiliary tab there on the side, shortcut bar here on the side as well. Also comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And unlike the half ton, it's like a completely separate unit, which is interesting. Got our home screen button down below, and then you can see diesel exhaust brake, lane departure, parking sensors, tailgate drop down, hazard lights, stability control, hill descent control right there. Trailer brake controls integrated from the factory. Dual zone climate controls, heated and ventilated seats here for the front passengers. More storage right here. And then we got some cup holders, and then High Country on top of the center console lid. Wireless phone charging pad, and yeah, plenty of storage in the glove box. And then center console. Speaking of the glove box, you can see got storage at the top and at the bottom. And I love the wood trim here on the face of the top portion, and the nice trim here on the dash as well. And then we do have a rear view camera mirror. We also have a power sliding rear window, nice feature, and then a sunroof at the top. Now there's a lot of glare, so it's gonna be hard to see the window sticker, but 2024 High Country, 73,200 base MSRP. We've got quite a few options. A couple in particular that I really like. So obviously Z71, 475 bucks, get it. Now the other package is the tire package, 295 bucks for the all-terrain tires, also definitely get it. Total MSRP is 89,980, and it's a big truck. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, and hoping you can see the heads-up display, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and High Country away. So I wanted to do a review on this literally just because the tires. I know that seems silly to some of you watching this, but I think that General Motors is doing everyone a huge service by offering that, because here's the deal. I sold trucks for a few years, and you know, the first thing that every single one of my customers did as soon as they bought a truck, they got new tires, because the tires from the factory were garbage. Now, I didn't sell Chevys, I sold Rams, and they use like Nexans or something like that. No offense to that brand, but like, those tires just aren't great for truck stuff. So suffice to say, if that's the first thing that everyone's gonna do when they buy a truck anyways, like, why not just have it offered from the factory? And that's what General Motors has done. And the thing that I think is really cool is this is a lot less expensive than someone doing it themselves. So like, General Motors is actually saving their customers money, and the way they're able to subsidize that is like, they're not putting two sets of tires on the truck, right? If you buy a truck without all-terrain tires and you put all-terrain tires, two sets of tires, so that's why it costs more. But if they just put all-terrain tires on it, they don't have to charge the, because I mean, a set of 4 all-terrain tires is like, gosh, with today's tire price, it's like 2,000 bucks roughly. And so they don't have to charge 2,000 bucks as an option, because they're not paying for the first set. Hopefully that makes sense. And obviously that, you know, they can buy them in bulk from the tire makers, and so it all comes together. Okay, outside of the tire talk, seats are comfortable here in the High Country. Got nice leather trim, and I really like the surfaces in this. Now, being an HD truck, it is a little bit bumpier with the ride, but it's kind of expected. And you know, the independent suspension helps out quite a bit with the ride as well. It's basically makes it so the steering, that's easier, and I feel like it just helps out with the ride quality. It just makes it smoother. Speaking of smooth, this engine, it's like the definition of smooth. It's got great torque too. Yeah, I love the overall pace that moves at. Let's kind of see how this is over the train tracks. Yeah, really comfortable. That's one of the things that's great about these Silverados, is the damping. It's great. So I think they've done a pretty solid job with this so far. Okay, so we'll get our acceleration here with the Duramax Silverado. So much torque. I really do love this new Duramax. It's such a good powertrain. Puts down the power well. Everything about it's just great. So to cap things off here with this truck, I think it looks really good on the outside. I like this interior. Obviously, it's, you can get the blue interior at the High Country. I think this is probably a little bit more neutral, right? So yeah, a little bit less crazy. I do like the blue though a lot, to be honest. And again, I like the fact that you can get all-terrain tires from the factory. It saves the customers money. So good job, Chevy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the new Duramax. And I've said this in previous reviews, I'll say it again. This is such a good bag compared to Ford and Ram, because not only with the tires, but also like, yeah, 90,000 bucks is a lot of money, but the equivalent Ford and Ram is $110,000. So like, it's no wonder that Chevys are sold out and that Rams and Fords are not.